Children from hard places need parents who feel equipped to help them heal and grow no matter what. That takes preparation, education, support, and the services families need when they need them. In partnership with 8 sites, the National Quality Improvement Center for Adoption and Guardianship Support and Preservation tested promising practices and evidence-based models of support and intervention along a continuum. 8 interventions in 5 intervals, each focusing on a different level of risk. Together, the intervals represent the needs a family may encounter along the lifelong journey of adoption or guardianship. The Winnebago tribe of Nebraska selected focused services for its intervention. Introducing family group decision-making. This is the Winnebago tribe of Nebraska, situated deep in America's heartland, along the border of Iowa and Nebraska, where families are rediscovering the traditional ways that have sustained them since time immemorial.
Whole chunk is what we call ourselves, and that means the people of the big voice.
The Winnebago tribe of Nebraska is a sovereign nation, which means the tribe has the authority and responsibility to protect the health, safety, and welfare of tribal citizens, and to decide what is best for its children. Working with the QIC-AG, the Winnebago tribe of Nebraska developed a culturally relevant adaptation of family group decision-making as a way to support Winnebago families in determining the best permanency options for their children.
Family group decision-making goal is to include everybody, especially if we want everybody to feel safe to share.
Winnebago family group decision-making is based on a clan and kinship system that has always been a part of Ho-Chunk culture. The Ho-Chunk elders gave the selected intervention its name.
The Winnebago tribe of Nebraska have always come together to make decisions for their young relatives. They would come together in council, they would spend as much time as they needed, they would, identify what issues or concerns need to be addressed.
It's the most natural thing that we do is just gather together and talk about what's going on.
And I think that's what this process gives back to our families, is helping them acknowledge that, this is where your power lies. It is within your family. Go to your power, go to where your strength is, and let's figure out those answers for you.
Winnebago family group decision-making aligns with a community-wide resurgence of Ho-Chunk language, culture, and heritage.
My name is Wanik Cho, which means bluebird in the language. My English name is Louis St. Cyr. I'm a member of the Bear Clan. Ho-Chunk Renaissance was created to help revitalize the tribal language. We believe it's Wakan Chunk, it's a holy sacred language. And it's up to us to hold that culture, that language of who we are, because one day our kids, our grandkids are gonna wanna know who they are and where they come from.
Boarding schools, the Indian Relocation Act, and other federal policies aimed at assimilating indigenous people into the majority culture took a devastating toll on traditional Indian parenting.
There was a lot of damage that happened historically, and so it's going to take time to recover from that.
A lot of the traditions, culture, values, language has been lost.
There's so much in the 21st century that seems to isolate people with a modern culture, social media, electronics. This is a way to say, no, we're going to pull people back together to a circle.
Focused services are targeted for children who are experiencing challenging emotional, behavioral, and mental health issues that might negatively affect their movement to permanence through adoption or guardianship.
Our target population is youth who have a non-reunification permanency goal. So it's going to be a kid who's been in the system where reunification efforts have been unsuccessful.
So they're not able to return home to mom and dad.
With this particular intervention, the goal, of course, is to be able to achieve permanency. And so we explored the different options to include customary adoption, and guardianship. As the families come together, they're able to explore those options, identify which option is the best fit for the family and for their young children.
Family group decision making is the opportunity for family members and their extended relatives to be able to come together and develop plans and make decisions for the care and the safety of the children and youth in their lives.
It's just really important that we recognize our relationships and have respect for one another. And family group decision making really reflects that.
The roots of family group decision making are deeply embedded in the Maori tribe of New Zealand. In the 1990s, Maori leadership persuaded the New Zealand government to restore authority for child welfare decisions to the Maori people.
The Maori leadership was saying to them, we have ways of making decisions that we've been using for many, many generations.
Those ways laid the foundation for the family group decision-making model.
We landed on the Maori model from New Zealand, which is very family-oriented. And in Winnebago community, they're very family-oriented.
Family group decision-making was facilitated by the Kemp Center in Colorado.
Anita Horner with Kemp Center came in and provided the FGDM training. With the help of the coordinators and the staff at Child and Family Services, they were able then to bring all of these resources together and design it in a way that was meaningful.
It's family driven. The family owns this process.
Family group decision-making has 6 core elements: a neutral coordinator, the family as key decision maker, private family time during the conference, a preference for the family's plan whenever possible, follow-up, and agency support. There are 8 underlying values that guide family group decision-making. These values honor the importance of kinship connections and the wisdom of families, while also recognizing that there is often a power imbalance in child welfare decisions. Family group decision-making, by design, seeks to correct that imbalance. The Winnebago tribe enhanced these core values by adding respect for the wisdom of elders and the importance of community.
How much power do you think they feel like they have? How do we decrease that power differential? What do we do? Well, since knowledge is power, it's about providing knowledge.
With the 6 core elements and 8 values in mind, the Winnebago site team adapted family group decision-making to meet the needs of the tribe.
We wanted to ensure that the adaptation spoke to the Winnebago tribe, the Ho-Chunk people.
In the adaptation, we started with the interviews with the elders.
They were the cultural advisors, and so they were brought in to ensure, as we worked through the adaptation process, that Ho-Chunk values, culture, and tradition would be part of the design.
There's a lot of the spirituality that goes with it, not only language, customs and traditions.
What we've done is we've just taken that cultural knowledge and applied it so that it's relevant to family group decision making.
Our people, we have a clan system, and each clan has a responsibility. Within our culture, we also have what's called a kinship system. Our kinship system is very unique. One example that I'll share is my father, the term for that is Jaji, and his brothers are also my Jajis. They're also my fathers.
My mom, she has a lot of sisters, and so I would call her sister's mom. In case something happened to my birth mother, there's someone out there for me to go to for help.
There's people that step up for you.
Termination of parental rights is so rare in Ho-Chunk culture that there's no word or phrase to describe it.
Native people or Ho-Chunk people, we don't believe that anyone has the right to terminate those relationships.
There's no word for adoption.
We don't have a word for orphan in our language.
We have no word for goodbye. We never say goodbye.
And we don't have a word for extended family, it's just family.
Family group decision making is 4 parts. It comes in through Child and Family Services.
FGDM starts from the minute we get the referral.
The first part is that you do an outreach to the family.
The strength of it is to find these extended family members.
Who are they? Where are they? And then going out and meeting with the families.
You tell them about this intervention. The family has to make the decision. And so how do you empower the family to make it? The second part is to inform them, to prepare them.
We spend an enormous amount of time in prep. It can be months sometimes before we can get their first conference going. If you want the family to support what's going on, They need to know what's going on first so they can decide how to support what the department's asking for.
They're given the opportunity to think about who they want to have participate.
It's getting in tune with them and reminding them that how it works is how you want it to work, not how I want it to work. You get to decide. And that's something that's really powerful for them because they'll tell us all the time, nobody's ever asked me that before. So we did create a few tools that helped our families visualize what that looks like, of who's your support team, who can you rely on for help, and who can you invite to this conference. So engaging them with the kinship chart is something that we put in front of them and say, this is what your family looks like in a cultural view.
It's not just mom and dad responsible for these children. It really is the extended family and some of the community supports.
When and where the conference will be held.
Timing and location definitely play a part of it.
What kind of food they want to have.
Discussions can sometimes get heated, but when you start offering food and somebody offers a prayer, the whole mood changes.
And how they might want to weave their culture throughout the process. To have it reflect who they are, how they identify.
The third part is to have that conference.
It's important to recognize that in order for families to make well-informed decisions, that they need full information.
That's what family group conferencing does, is it gives them every piece of information that they could possibly need to make a decision, especially when regarding permanency.
Hello? Hello. Hi. Hello.
A key component of the family group decision-making training was this recreation of a family group conference, from beginning to end.
I am Demetria. I am the grandmother to Rosalia and Juan Carlos. I am Eduardo's mom.
The family comes together and develops a permanency plan which addresses any kind of safety issues or non-negotiables, and they design it themselves during a family private time.
Private family time is where the family meets by themselves without the rest of us there. We all leave and then we come back when they're ready for us.
We will be available to you if you need us for any questions or concerns you might have while you're in your private family time. With that said, we're going to go ahead and break.
There's a lot that goes into making sure that private family time has a good chance at success.
It's child-centered and family-driven and really puts the ownership of what's happening in their family back with the families.
After that conference, then we do follow-up.
To follow up, to ensure that the plan is viable, that it's doable, that it's sustainable.
So that means coming up with a backup plan if necessary. So our kids aren't lingering in the system if your family plan doesn't work.
It's a tribal model, family group decision making is, so it fits right in.
That's the piece of it that we really like.
One outcome for sure is to see our kids with family, being at home, not being in residential care, not being sent away, but being a part of the community.
With our study families, every conference was about permanency. Every single conference. And regardless of what our role was, we were all here for the child.
A project like this is great because we are building evidence, and I think that we cannot stop doing that, and we can't limit ourselves to just what's out there.
I'm not quite sure of how to put it in words just yet, but aligning culturally appropriate services with family engagement, with child and family services, changed everything.
We're dealing with people at a low point in their life, and I think being able to have open communication with the rest of their family and be able to feel that love and support that's there from their family can be life-changing.
It's Ho-Chunk, it's ours, and it's gonna be for us, and we made it.
It takes the whole community to be able to support this intervention.
It's not gonna take just one person. It's not gonna take 2 elders, 3 elders. It's gonna take a tribe. There's a song that our people have. Wogi chote wire aire no. Wogi chote wire. And it says to love and respect each other. Take care of Mother Earth, the water. We're also told to protect our language, our way of life. You know, that's who we are, that's what's in our blood. It's a very touching song. Love and respect one another, because that's all who we got.